Good afternoon, West Ham fans. Russ, the West Ham Network. So that's it. Russ, the West Ham Network. Hope you're safe and well. Happy Friday afternoon. If you're at a loose end at 6 o'clock today, Anton has Bubbles himself, Paul from Hammers United, on the channel to talk about obviously Brentford, the boycott, talk about the protests, talk about Hammers United in detail, that type of thing. So come and join Anton and Paul and have a good old chat and ask all the questions you want in terms of Hammers United and stuff like that. We did the Nuno Espirito Santo. We did the Super Nez. That's what I'm calling him now because it's Nez, isn't it? Nes. He had it on his coaching top. So Nez. So he's the Super Nez. We had Super Nez presser a little bit earlier on. Decent presser, and I have to say, I'm very impressed by the way he handles the media. Very impressed. But anyway, it's the world famous Hammers Headlines Association with the 𝗡𝗢𝗥 boys. Don't forget to check them out on the description below. Don't know why I said that so weirdly, but hey ho, it is Friday. So let's talk about some players who've been linked to. And people go, why talk about players who've been linked to? Because it's news. It's stuff that's been out there. We don't make up any rumours. We don't make nothing up. We just report what's been reported in the media, whether it's social media, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on, that's what we don't make anything up. It does seem that we are once again turning potentially to Charlie Cresswell. Oh, he's pressed the wrong button. There we go. It's Charlie Cresswell. Really itchy nose, sorry. Charlie Cresswell for a January transfer move. It looks like we're going to be battling the Merseyside sides, according to reports of Liverpool and Everton. It appears that Super Nez is prioritising reinforcing defensive departments and will turn the situation around, hopefully, with a potential swoop for Charlie. 23-year-old, obviously, we were linked with during summer transfer window. His existing deal doesn't run out until 2028, but Toulouse will be open to letting him leave in the winter window for around £15 million. Seems a no-brainer at all. Therefore, for me, actually purchasing Cresswell won't be an issue from a financial perspective. However, we're not the only club in town. Liverpool, Man City, Everton, Brentford, Brighton, Newcastle, and Crystal Palace have all been following him since the summer. So no fucking chance there, really. No fucking chance there. International break. Here's a rundown of how all the first team players got on in terms of their international time. The likes of, Diouf, 180 minutes across 2 games. Fernandes, only 1 game, but 2 goals. Paqueta grabs an assist in playing a total of 95 minutes. Bowen, an assist with only 50 minutes across 2 games. Wan-Bissaka was pulled off in the last 5 minutes of Congo's second match. So last 6 minutes of the Congo match. Not quite a full criteria for him. Souček full, but you'll see a big 0 next to Mads Hermansen with Kasper Schmeichel taking his spot, so to speak, on the Danish first 11. Now, what's quite interesting, an article, and it was an interview which Nuno Espirito Santo gave. He gave a couple during the sort of tail end of this week, and one being for ESPN and stuff. And he was asked directly about the goalkeeper situation. And he has basically said that he hasn't seen enough to make his mind up over the long-term goalkeeper at the club. He was quoted saying, when we got here, the change in goalkeeper position had all been made, but in Hermansen, we have seen a good top professional goalkeeper who works like many of his teammates. So the relationship is developing, and it's normal as time goes by. As I mentioned to you, it was a decision that was made before our arrival, this change in the goalkeeper situation. We felt that when we came to the club and had limited time, we would revert back and continue with Alphonse Areola, which kind of makes sense, in all honesty. Makes perfect sense. I mean, the fact is Super Nez is, a former goalkeeper himself, and so he'll be in a pretty decent place to have an assessment on who should be the number one, and also the future of Mads Hermansen. If he's not the type of goalkeeper he wants, he will be gone in January, no doubt. Hermansen had been earmarked to replace 𝗙𝗢𝗥 𝗚𝗦𝗧𝗜𝗢𝗡 as Danish national goalkeeper. He's now 36, and obviously the Danish hierarchy will be desperate to see Mads getting some game time, some first team game time at West Ham, and we can only assume that might or happen further down the line once everyone's back. The trouble is, if everyone comes back, and now you've got a few more games, and we've got another international break, and then it's a clear run until March. And it sort of makes sense, the fact is, he goes, well, Areola was always in goal beforehand. Let's keep him consistent, keep that consistency there, and then see what's what, And I think it's a very pragmatic way of thinking. In all honesty, it makes perfect sense. But it's not just the Brentford game that is on Monday. The under-21s and the 18s are back in the next few days. The under-18s specifically, before we play Brentford, they play on tomorrow. I think it is tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. They resume their Premier League South campaign against Aston Villa, hosting the defending champions at Little Heath tomorrow. Now, following obviously the promotion of the under-21 coaching staff to 𝗡𝗢𝗏 first team, and subsequently the academy coaching changes, the temporary ones, under-18s coach Lawrence Coggins will be assisted in the short term by academy coach Luke Smith and academy goalkeeper coach Josh Čičrević. Now, we know that Laurie is going to be leaving soon. That hasn't been officially announced, but that will be announced soon with, as I said, Kevin Keane's son, the likely person to take over. The club will be making further announcements on the academy coaching staff going forward at the appropriate time. The under-18s, as I said, return after the international break, having defeated Nottingham Forest a fortnight ago, with Joel Kerr, pitched here, who's the Northern Ireland under-17 captain, scoring both goals at Little Heath. Under-21s, they play on Tuesday. They return in National League Cup action, and they play last season's finalists, Sutton United. And in terms of their setup at the moment, as we reported, Greg Lincoln will continue to lead the development squad in the short term, although we're led to believe he's going to be given the job permanently soon. And he will be assisted on a temporary basis with the Academy Transition and Pathways Manager, Mark Phillips, who we know is going to be getting the job permanently soon. Also, Zavan Hines who's the under-18 coach, and the under-18 coach, Chris Lewington, the goalkeeper coach. So, and again, they'll be making further announcements on the coaching structure in due course. But that's it, my friends. If you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a hype. Join Anton and Bubbles tonight, 6 p.m. For a live chat about Hammers United, the boycott, all that type of stuff. And until next time, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith, and I'll see you soon. Much love. Peace out.